It just got loud as we started, but don't worry about that. Let's take a look at yesterday's action from the semi-finals and see who made it through.
Вы можете наблюдать, что день от дня трассы усложнялись. Сегодня у нас в финале по 8 спортсменов, 8 женщин-спортсменок и 8 мужчин-спортсменов. И трасса, естественно, это уже финальная, самая сложная трасса. Вы видите, что есть навесные элементы, это ледовые бочки, которые висят в начале трассы, и дальше их еще по несколько на протяжении самих трасс. Интереснейшие элементы, которые вот такие пирамидки с зацепами, которые тоже у нас расположены по ходу движения трассы. Было бодрее. Не забывайте, что комментатор выбирает лучших болельщиков, и призы будут обязательно.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I believe we had a slight technical issue there. Of course, welcome to Kirov, Russia. My name's Liam Lonsdale, and we are live for the fifth and final round of the 2018 UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup, brought to you by the North Face. It's the men's and women's lead finals. 8 men and 8 women will be competing for their place on the podium, and I'm joined this morning by none other than Alexei Dengin. Good morning, Alexei.
Hello, everyone.
How you doing, buddy?
Not bad, actually.
Excellent. Now, the first thing that we can do is actually take a look at the routes before we get started. On the right-hand side is the ladies' route. Alexei, you and I previewed this route this morning. We had a look at what we thought it might look like. Let's talk through the route.
Okay. Actually, the routes are pretty long. The routes have some ice barrels on it.
We're going to start with the men's, by the looks of it.
It's men's routes. For first glance, it looks maybe not so difficult actually, but if you look at it more careful, you can notice some hard moves actually, some tricky moves, and you got there 2 ice barrels without any holes. In Pavel Shabalin's opinion, it must be you must kick the ice actually.
You have to hit into the ice with the picks and your crampons. There's no pre-drilled holes. You can see that with the left-hand barrel there on the screen now. The right-hand barrel's pre-drilled.
Yeah. Actually, it's some pre-drill, but it's don't make any difference actually. To kick is another skill. To climb on ice, it's another just skill. It doesn't matter kick it or just trying to hook it.
And then we looked at this section of the route and we said it seemed to get a little bit easier from clip 9 onwards, but just a case of holding on and getting to the end within the allotted time.
Yeah, actually, it for first of all it looks like not so hard, but actually you getting exhausted. It's really overhanging. It's about 45 degrees. Then you have a roof, then boxes. And on the boxes, actually, the move's not that hard. Maybe it must be, but actually, the climber in the end will get exhausted, and I think will win just one who can get cope with his exhaustion in the end.
Who can cope with the exhaustion? Yeah. So let's take a look at the ladies' route. And a similar story with the ladies. The ladies' route's on the right-hand side of the 2. And we can see actually Nadezhda Galyamova lining up.
The route starts like with steady pace. It's not that long moves to get the climber feel a little bit comfortable, be ready to climb much harder and more spectacular for everybody actually, because it's in the end of the season, in the end of the it's the final. It must be like a show, a really great show.
Well, there's the starting list. We will start, of course, in reverse order. Nadezhda Galyamova will be our first female, followed by Marianne van der Steen, Katerina Vlasova, Nare Song, Masha Edler, Wunseon Shin, Marianne Filipova and Maria Tolokonina. No surprises for any of those names. All very talented athletes, all worthy of place in the finals. Marianne van der Steen's first of the season. In the guys' finals, there's only one name missing that I was hoping to see in there, and that's yours, Alexei. But of course, in reverse order, Alexei Marshalov, Mohammad Safdarian, Jung Hye Kwon, Jung Yeon Lee, Alexei Tomilov, Noah Bake, Maxim Tomilov, and Nikolai Kuzovlev will be the men's finalists. Of course, it's here in this final round that the overall results will be decided. We'll take a look at the overall results a little bit later. Nadezhda Galyamova begins climbing, and in that moment I will say this. If you are just joining us, a very good morning. Do get in touch. Let us know where you are tuning in from, who you are watching, who you're cheering for. We'd love to hear from you. You can drop us a message in the chat box on YouTube or a comment in the comments box on Facebook. Good morning to the people watching the Extreme channel and also the Olympic channel. It's wonderful to have you all on board. Alexei, Nadezhda gets to a strong start here on those traversing moves, and that's one thing that we said about the ladies' route. It moves right and left and right. There's a lot of traversing going on here.
Yeah, because the route setters, I think, it's not that hard, if sometimes it could be, but the route setters just want the climbers get more exhausted to the end part of the route and get a big fight in the end, actually.
So we'll see if Nadezhda can pull it together and get the big fight in the end. She has had a pretty good season so far. In fact, Nadia started off the season 11th in Saas-Fee. She then made finals in Rabenstein where she placed 6th. She went on to second finals in Ho-Hu-Ho-Tu, placing 8th, and then just missed out on the finals in Cheongsong, placing 9th. So pretty consistent results.
Actually, she got a really great experience in her life. She's been climbing so many years, actually. And why it's not surprised why she is in the final, actually.
How much does experience outweigh strength?
How much experience?
You know, how far can knowledge and experience of routes and holds and movement and efficiency get you ahead of just being really flipping strong?
I think it depends first of all, what coach you have, what your mindset actually, and what your goals. If you're really so big talent in this sport, maybe it will take just 1 or 2 or 3 years. Maybe it will take like 20 years, 30 years. And you just must believe in what you do.
Well, Nadezhda Galyamova moving up between clips 3 and 4. She's made number 4, and now comes that first ice barrel that she'll have to swing into. How much energy will it take from the athletes to be able to find a good placement in there?
First of all, you must stay calm because believe that you can do it. Actually, you can see nowadays all ice axes for sport so different. They have really steep angle. It's difficult to swing to the ice. It's not like normal ice tool in mountaineering, and it requires another skills to kick it. Because you must swing it by your wrist, not like shoulder, actually, to get trajectory to kick efficiently, actually. Sometimes it takes a lot of energy, actually.
Well, Nadezhda has had no problems with that start there.
Because actually it's not new for experienced climbers. It used to be on every Russian Cups in the finals, like kicking ice, as I said before. Pavel Shabalin's things that it must be at the ice climbing competitions, because we actually we are ice climbing. We must be able to kick ice by ice axis.
Of course. Well, seems to be going okay. Moving now up towards clip number 6. So now in that Stein, Nadia Galyamova makes clip number 6.
As I said, the route really steady without any. So excuse me, this route actually has some key moves. I think
perhaps we should talk about the results from yesterday, actually, because that where you say key moves, that's what we're talking about, right? So yesterday's results, there was a 5-way tie for second place.
Yeah, it's like it was the hardest one. It's like actually for the route setter, it is maybe sometimes small mistake. It could be big mistake. Yeah, it's better when all climbers are ranked separately, not like the same place, because in the final, route setters always try to set route more for spectacles, like show actually. Usually final routes sometimes a little bit easier, more longer than semi-finals or for qualification. And if you have slippery results, it could follow the same result. And yeah, for the super final, for spectacles maybe it's great to watch how they fight, because they like gladiators actually.
Yeah.
Maybe, but yeah, for organizers, it must be different actually.
Well, we've got people tuning in from all over the world, from Zimbabwe, from Serbia. We've got people from Poland, literally everywhere. Canada. It's great to have you all on board. Dave's tuned in from Portsmouth in the UK. Connor's from Cranbrook. George says, good morning, Liam and Alexei from Arizona. It's great to have you all on board. Love to hear from you all. If you want to get involved in the conversation, you can do so using the hashtag UIAA Ice Climbing, and you can use that on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and the new social media platform Vero. You can also contact me directly on all of those platforms using my tag, which is @Liam Lonsdale. My name is the same across all of them. It's always great to hear from you. Let us know what's going down, where you are, who you're cheering for, and where you are cheering from. Nadezhda Galyamova, 1:49 on the clock, just shaking out, seems to be suffering a little bit from the cold, Alexei.
Not from cold, she gets pumped, because a lot of moves actually on the overhang. It's really difficult. A lot of ice, a lot of 3D climbing. You can turn around every time, like on the clock actually. It's like rock and roll. And yeah, she getting pumped. And actually, the final part of the route, where the big show begins, she just approaching. Actually, I think maybe, I don't know, if they were wrong, maybe she now in the final part, but actually, I think on the roof will be the final part, like for big show, for the best climbers actually. And she is approaching to this part.
Well, she's at clip number 8, she's shaking out. She does appear to be shaking off that pump, but she was certainly blowing into her fingers before. Temperature, not the coldest that we've had on the tour yet. I think somewhere around -15 today.
Yeah, in the morning, but now I will check.
It's positively balmy.
Yeah, it's -13.
Okay,
14,
-14.
It's pretty cold, but it's fortunately it's sunny. And in 1 hour, I think for the last climbers, it will be warmer and more comfortable to climb. Not like a cozy home, but
not like a cozy home. Yeah. No, definitely not like a cozy home. Nadezhda Galyamova now moving up between clips 8 and 9, powering into that big Stein with the left hand. She's in the fig 9 over the right hand.
Actually, as I can see, the route setters did...
Oh, she's off. Time out.
Yeah, did a really great job, because first climber can climb really high, and it's interesting for spectators and intrigue. will be in the end actually.
Yeah.
It's not like a lot of slippery holds, crazy moves. It's like strange holds, staying on the wall. Like I don't know. Sometimes explain why they put this hold like this. Here it's really great drop actually. I think. I hope no the same results. Maybe just one top we will have. You know, it's
You think?
always yeah inspiring actually.
Who's going to top?
I don't know actually because we have okay Vincent and Masha Telekonin, the main fighters actually, but all the girls and gonna fight for the best result, for their own result.
Well, next athlete on that left-hand side is Alexei Marshalov.
На мужской трассе. Готовится к старту первый из участников.
So Alexei, we can take a quick look at the overall standings. These are the overall rankings after 4 competitions. So this is everything that can change today with this finals. Eni Bertling sits in 8th place, Nadia Galyamova, who we just saw, in 7th, Masha Edler 6th, Ema McSwiggan 5th. Now it's 4th through 1st that starts to get interesting. Vlasova, Song, Tolokanina and Wonseon Shin are pretty tight up there near the top.
Yeah, actually, but if Vincent makes a mistake, it could put her in the end of the list. She lost her chance to be the first one.
And the same could be said for both her and Masha. If they both make a mistake and Song capitalizes on that, could be a win for her.
It's we don't know actually who will win.
And same in the men's. Alexei, who's actually on screen right now, Marshalov, he sits in 8th place. We can see again it gets really interesting around the top of the table, 4th through 1st, which is you at the moment. Unfortunately, you're not going to stay there, buddy.
Yeah, now I'm out of the game and just waiting for mistakes from other climbers actually.
So I haven't actually done the maths. What's the best position you can end up in now?
In the math I also wrong actually, and I just wait for the end of the.
That's a challenge for you guys at home. Work out what's the best position Alexei Dengin can end up in with those current points and with the points that will happen as the competition continues. Let's forget about that for a moment and let's concentrate on Alexei Marshalov, 23-year-old Russian based out of St. Petersburg.
Yep.
Very talented climber on the Krukinogi team. And he makes those first moves low to the ground, traversing through the ice barrel section on the men's final route. First climber we've seen on this, but Alexei and I, as we mentioned, had a look at these routes before. And we thought that these moves didn't look too hard.
Yeah, but actually, in this year, actually, all the routes seemed not so hard, actually, but I always was surprised. What I got there is what I faced actually on the routes.
It was a brilliant route in the semi-finals yesterday.
Yeah, I wasn't so happy, and actually I was climbing this move where I fell down all night long actually.
Really?
To try to find why I felt what I had to do to solve this problem actually. I hope I found.
Alexei Marshalov moving up towards clip number 2.
Yeah, I think his pace must be a little bit faster. Not like running, because if you run too fast in the start, you get pumped really easy. It's so difficult to get your power back, actually. You must keep one pace during all route, try and not make any mistake, or trying to avoid them and solve them faster actually in your mind, not by just pace actually.
So a good consistency.
Yeah.
Well, Alexei Marshalov now moving up towards clip number 3. Quick shout outs to Randy in Winnipeg, Manitoba, to Don in NYC. We've got Manuel in South Africa, we've got Ash in Australia, we've got people all over the world. If you are just joining us, a very good morning from Kirov, Russia. My name is Liam Lonsdale and I'm here with Alexei Dengin. We are live for the men's and women's finals in the lead competition. It's the final round of the season and it's exciting.
Actually, excuse me, actually it's pretty technical routes and these pretty long moves actually. As I said before, for first glance it looks okay, it's not that hard, but now I can see it's not that easy actually. And it requires from you good pace to get to the final part of the route where the climbers will fight for the gold, actually.
Big move for that clip at number 5. And then Alexei now needs to get a good stick in that pillar. The pillars get replaced after every climber. One of the benefits of going alternate with the men and the women is that the women's barrel will only be replaced while the men's route is being climbed. Marshalov moves rightwards into the pre-drilled barrel. Looking pretty solid so far.
You know, for solid barrels without holes, all climbers, not just first one, choose their own, what they will be swinging during their climb. It's okay. Let's call it like Russian roulette here.
I like that pun. That's a good one. Russian roulette, because we're in Russia.
Yeah, not just like this. Sometimes you can choose wrong barrel because all barrels really great. They made by qualified guys actually. But sometimes this is because this ice, it's pretty cold outside. It can crack, and you can get bad luck with ice actually. Why it's Russian roulette sometimes, but I hope it's not like this. And we will see the winner today without any like bad luck, just because true winner today actually.
Marshalov now, clip number 7. Just taking a second to shake out as he moves into the upper part of the route.
With his pace, he doesn't have time to shake hands, actually.
Both the men and the women have 9 minutes for their routes. Marshalov just over halfway now with 4 minutes and 23 seconds on the clock. And he's just less than halfway through the actual route itself in terms of climbing distance.
And after some exhaustive climb, like power climbing, he has now a really technical move. Little bit tricky, a little bit where you must be careful actually. But he managed it really easy. Actually, I can hear in Russian his coach calling him be calm, you have enough time, but in my opinion, actually, you don't have enough time because further, if you got any mistakes, all the time will run out from you actually. And if you have power and you can move actually.
This is the second of the barrels that you have to swing into. Marshalov moving around it with relative ease as he moves to clip number 8. Little foot slip there. Up to that angle of about 45 degrees. And you can see he's fully laid back into that hold at number 8.
Now technical part, if you get tapped in your back, you can fall easily on this part of the route.
A lot of tension required, a lot of stamina. 2 minutes 23 on the clock.
Now one key move on the box. From the ground looks like maybe it's jump, maybe just long move. Who knows? We will see now. Oh, he fell down
he's out
because
there.
what I said before, he lost his attention on the back and feet and just put all your attention on the maybe next move or to get some power back and forget that he must keep his body straight actually. But he did really well actually. He was not so far from the final part of the route, where the best climbers in this final will fight. The gold rush, I think, is gonna be there.
So that was Alexei Marshalov's attempt. So we'll have to see where that puts him in the standings. Of course, he was our first athlete out today. Next athlete to climb will be on the women's route. She's just there now in the green leggings on the right. It's Marianne van der Steen of the Netherlands.
Первым начинать всегда очень нелегко. Сегодня финальные, то есть самые-самые сложные соревнования в дисциплине трудность. Третий день соревнований на Кубок мира и чемпионата Европы по ледолазанию. На женской трассе готовится к старту Стин Мариан, Нидерланды.
So there is Marianne van der Steen. Marianne has had a fairly consistent season. She started her season in Rabenstein where she placed 23rd, but then after that found her form in Haute. She placed 13th, and in Cheongsong placed 11th. She's already beaten both of those results by making the finals. The worst she can do is 8th. The best she can do remains to be seen. We'll have to see what she's brought with her today. Hopefully she's feeling rested. She was competing last weekend in Oulu, Finland, where she came 4th. Can see one of those ice barrels being lowered there.
It's like in Russia, it's, because you can see stick. The stick is ice cream actually. In Russia it calls Eskimo.
Eskimo.
Eskimo. It's like when ice cream on the stick without any waffles. It's Eskimo.
I like it.
It looks like actually.
Marianne places that left-hand Stein. You'll be able to hear, no doubt, in the background, her partner, Dennis van Hoek.
Dennis is cheering every climber. Yeah, he so supportive to everyone actually.
Both of them have been on the scene for a long time.
Yeah. Once Dennis took a gold medal in Sasfi for speed. Maybe about 5 years ago, actually, I don't remember.
He did, yeah. Yeah, I think it was 5 years. 2013? Maybe it was 2014. Who knows?
Yeah.
I haven't got the speed results up on my screen. I've got the lead results because, of course, we are in the lead finals. Marianne moves up now past clip number 1.
Actually, for Marianne, it's not a surprise that she is in the final because she got a lot of experience ice climbing, rock climbing, mountaineering, and it shows her willingness to be one of the best and why she's there.
It is her first final of the season. She did make a final last year. She placed 8th in Sasfe. But this year, just didn't quite find the run of form that she needed. She saved the best to last. We can see that she's 21 seconds behind the pace that Nadia Galyamova set.
She must be more confident, not hesitate too much actually. Actually, she is a mountaineering. I think with swinging, maybe it's not big deal for her actually.
suppose the only issue would be the shape of the tools, as we mentioned.
Yeah. Whoa. As I said, she did it from first attempt, actually.
Можно подбадривать Али или Гоу.
Yeah. She's winning really efficiently, actually. Just one attempt, and it is in the eyes.
Lots of support for Mariana on the live stream, on the broadcast.
She's just a little bit hesitant because she actually, for me, she can move on the hold from the first hold, what she made.
Mariana's style definitely seems to be more hesitant just in general.
Yeah, maybe, because actually it's with experience. If you got more finals, you're more confident, actually, you just more trained by finals and semi-finals. It's yeah, it's not just a competition, actually, it's a big training also.
Well, clip number 5's made. Moves on. 42 seconds behind the pace set by Nadia Galyamova.
She's getting tired, we can see it.
Matches in with that left tool, kicks in, switches to a fig 4 over the left hand.
I hope she will not fall, because the hold's like a hook more than like just shelf. Yeah, she matched it. It's okay. Now much better. From here I can't cry out loud for her to be a little bit faster and more confident with her climb, and wish her be more efficient, maybe, I don't know. Just cheering up to help her to move faster and efficient.
Kicks in the fig 4 over the right hand with the left, places the Stein with the left into that yellow hold as she starts to advance towards clip number 6. And this is where we see the route weave to the left. That's clip 6 made. You can hear people shouting, go, go. 1 minute 12 behind Galyamova now. And Galyamova did time out.
Yeah, route setters did some choice for climbers. You can take every hold in order, but you sometimes have like choice to miss one hole, pass through it. It could be more efficient. You save some time for you, and Mariana did it now. Because climb from underclean, actually from the green hold, it could be more difficult than just pass through directly to orange one, actually.
Mariana seems to be using a lot of heel hooks, Alexei.
Yeah, you know, our sport, we all from mountaineering, like rock climbing, and we all have some experience rock climbing, mountaineering. If you have it, this is your skill. Why don't use it? Use it because it is your advantage, actually.
Especially in this steeper terrain, those heel hooks are going to take a little bit of weight off the hands.
Yes.
Kicks in hard for the second time. Really needs to pick up that pace now.
It's difficult to try and listen to just your body, because a lot of guys trying to support you, but you get tired and you hear be faster, but you get tired. If you rush, you can make mistake, actually.
Oh, and she's out of there. Too tired. Cold hands, maybe. 45 seconds left on the clock. Not a bad effort. Made it to clip 7. Doesn't look overjoyed with her performance, but I'd say she can be proud of that. First final of the season. Didn't fall. until the very end, where she got pumped out as opposed to falling off because it was too difficult.
Actually, you can see it's when you got to the overhang nearby to ice barrel, then you always hang out. Hanging every time on your hands, it's actually requires a lot of power and endurance, not just endurance, because the moves, not just like short moves, it's pretty long moves. It requires a lot of power and endurance for your power. Why she got pumped there.
Well, we can see the standings after two climbers. Marianne van der Steen sits in second behind Nadezhda Galyamova of Russia, who sits in first. We've only had one male climber, which was Alexei Marshallov. The next climber will be Mohammad Reza Safdarian. Reza made history this year by becoming the first Iranian climber to score a medal at an ice climbing competition. He got third in Sazfay, and then went on to take a second medal to rewrite history and take a gold, which he did in Rabenstein. Since then, he has made both finals consecutively, and very consistently he placed 5th and 6th. He's going to be looking to find that medal-winning form again here today. Perhaps finding a podium in Kirov. You see the ice barrels being changed for the women now.
А к мужскому старту медленно, но верно и очень уверенно приближается спортсмен из Ирана Савдарян Мохаммед Реза.
And there he is, bottom left of the screen in the bright blue pants. Mohammad Reza Safdarian. Really sensational stuff from him, considering last year he made his first ever finals back in Sazfay, where he placed 8th. Other than that, he placed 13th, 25th and 21st. Took an overall ranking of 17th. He smashed that. This season.
Now I'm out of the game, and actually I can analyze climbers and tell something in physical condition, like endurance, power endurance. Mohammad Reza now one of the best, actually maybe just one who has it in full condition actually. But he just need a lot of experience with his technique, be more efficient, not trying to spend whole his energy and power during the route because of his physical condition. She's the strongest one now actually.
You think?
Yeah, but his climb sometimes not so efficient, and he loses a lot of energy actually.
Well, there you go. Alexei Dengin says that Mohammad Reza Safdarian is the strongest athlete right now, but he needs to pick up on that experience, pick up on his efficiency. When he does that, then we're in trouble.
Yeah, because you can see if he, yeah, after first roof, it's really powerful climb. He has everything for this climb, but if he won't be efficient with his climb, he easy will get pumped, and it can be one reason maybe he will not top or win, but we will see actually, because first of all, in his mindset, he has the main goal be to fight to the end actually, and we will see the result.
Moving now, past the first pre-clip draws. Into that backhand.
And actually, excuse me, he climbs without any hesitance. It's why what is really well, actually great. He climbed faster than Alexei, and don't think twice. And,
15 seconds faster than Alexei.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he doesn't careful actually, but he just I think knows what to do on the route.
Makes the placement, sticks with it, moves on.
Yes.
Into the Stein by number 4. Makes the clip at number 4. And now we'll have to see if he can swing into the ice. I expect that he will be able to do that because, of course, Tereza has trained out here in Kirov. Struggles with the first kick, but readjusts, places it, and makes clip number 5. Very efficient as he keeps going out rightwards. 27 seconds ahead of Alexei Marshalov's time.
It's a first mistake because long move and yeah. Alexei went through this part staying on the feet. By this he saved some power in his back, in arms actually. But as I said, Muhammad Reza has enough power inside his body, actually.
Locks down with the right, hits that hold on the left, kicks onto the left side of that volume. Big reach over himself to place that backhand in number 6. There is clip 6. Of course, the scores primarily are in accordance with each quick draw. The quick draws are the numbers, so you can see clip 7 of 14. Mohammad Reza is 49 seconds ahead of Alexei Marshalov. Then each hold is what splits the scores between each clip. If you have any questions, you know how to get in touch. It's very easy to do so. Drop us a message in the chat box on YouTube or the comment box on Facebook. Lots of people cheering on Reza on the broadcast. Second block to swing into.
It is first part where he starts to lose his time.
Tricky placement there, definitely wasn't a good placement.
But he did it well. And he has enough time actually now. Just trying to save this pace and just climb.
See that he's getting a little bit more pumped. Makes clip number 8. Now needs to move rightwards. He's a second behind Marshalov now. That 49 seconds that he had ahead of him, he's now lost. Let's see what he does as he hits the holds by clip number 8. Looks to pick up the pace again, but he's shaking out on each move. 3 minutes 26 on the clock.
Киров практически родной для Резы город, потому что в декабре спортсмен приезжал сюда в тренинговый лагерь.
37 seconds ahead again. He's picked up that pace from seemingly nowhere. But being a second behind, no hesitation, means that he is ahead again.
Yes, actually in lead climbing, the pace is not just about speed. It's for your reaction in your mind, for decision what you make actually to do the move. He is approaching to the final part.
And to the high point that Marshalov set. 2 minutes 28 on the clock. That's clip number 10. And that was the high point set by Marshallov. So now 26 seconds ahead. He can decide his fate. Takes a moment to shake.
Давайте, все иностранные болельщики, и российские болельщики, все переживают. Но поддержим парня.
Actually, the routes from this season make me think how to prepare for the next season, because it's everything like evolving, a little bit changing. You must keep great efficient pace and stay powerful in the end of the route. Stay efficient. Yeah, it requires a lot of work for the next season. Actually, it will be interesting.
Into the Fig 9 as he moves round that box. Reaches up to make clip number 11. 1 minute 16 seconds on the clock. There are 14 clips on this route. Brilliant work as he just readjusts and pops out of that Stein with the right. Into the Fig 9, shaking out. 1 minute remains on the clock. Locks it down, hits the Stein. There it is. Kicks into the box and he's got to keep moving yet. Powerful position. Cranks off that Stein. And you can see the next box is ahead of him. There it is. Hits the hold. First time into the figure 9. 36 seconds on the clock as he advances to clip 12. Just can't quite get it, and that's precious time. Needed to get it swinging.
My advice to take another hold, then clip.
Yeah,
actually.
Or at least hit the quick draw to get it swinging. 13 seconds, and these are precious seconds that he's losing. He's got it. That's clip number 12 made for Mohammad Reza Safdarian. The clock ticks down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's time up for Mohammad Reza Safdarian of Iran. Brilliant effort from him. Close to the top, but not quite. We'll have to see what that means for his place in the rankings. He was only our second athlete. We have 6 more men to climb. He was looking for a top. You can see that in his disappointment, but nevertheless, that was a strong, strong effort from the 25-year-old Iranian. What do you reckon, Alexei? How's that going to set him off in the standings?
We will see, actually, with this climb. I think maybe it's gonna be some tops, and we will see the fastest climber, actually, the power, the strongest and the fastest, actually. Maybe, but who knows? Maybe this result may be the best, because if sometimes climbers won't cope with, don't cope with this, with them nervous, it's gonna be different. It's going to be different, actually.
We've got a lot of Russians in this final. 3 Russians remaining. We had 4 already. We had 4 in the men's of the 8. Alexei Tomilov, Maxim Tomilov, and Nikolai Kuzovlev. The Tomilov brothers, both locals here in Kirov. Are they going to be feeling pressure, or are they going to be feeling relaxed? It's a home competition.
It's different, actually. Maxim has not like skills, ability. Maybe it's like a talent for him to stay calm and not nervous, keeping his mind directly on work he must to do. But with Alexei is different. He more passionate climber, maybe like me, actually. Sometimes he doing well, sometimes not so well. As you can see in the past, Maxim was the steady climber, one of the best climber, actually, for 4 years. And you can see he can keeps his mind in the right position, thinking directly where he must. But with Alexei it's different. If he got really right passion for climb, it's really difficult to stop him from the best result, actually. I hope he will get it.
Speaking of good results, This is one lady who's had incredibly consistent results this year. Katerina Vlasova of Russia has placed 4th in Tazve, 4th in Rabenstein, 4th in China, and 4th in Korea. All the 4s, Alexei.
Yeah,
Will we see her get 3rd, 2nd, 1st, or is it going to be another 4th
I don't
here?
know, actually. As I said, it's difficult to predict because this is the final stage, and I hope Ekaterina will gather all her skills, all her mind, everything what she has together, and get more better result than in the last competition, actually. I wish her good luck.
Well, let's see how she does. She has 8 minutes 13 left on the clock of the 9 minutes that are allotted for the route. Both men and women have 9 minutes. First couple of quick draws pre-clipped. Scoring starts at number 1, goes all the way through to the finish.
She starts to climb more faster than the 2 first climbers.
Of course, we have the ability to see the speed of each clip relative to the previous athletes. Once those clips are made, we'll be able to give you a rough idea comparatively how fast this climber's moving. She started quick, but she slowed down already.
Yeah, it's the main problem with climbers who sometimes starts so fast, then slow down and forget that he must return their pace back, because they just lose their focus from the pace when they face this first obstacle, actually.
Well, as you rightly said, Vlasova's moving quickly. She's 34 seconds ahead of Galyamova and Van der Steen.
I hope she will save her pace, and she will be more efficient with kicking and transiting through the barrel holes.
That's clip 4. 42 seconds ahead of Galyamova. You can see those aggressive tools struggling to find a good placement in the ice. There it is. Big reach with the right hand. Kicks into the underside of that hanging box. Six minutes remaining. .56 seconds ahead of Galyamova and Van der Steen at clip 5.
She's starting to get tired and slowing down.
Into the Stein with the left. Very fast though. Look at that, a minute ahead of Galyamova, Alexei.
Yes, but maybe it's not enough, because we have other fast climbers like Vincian in Masha.
And the wind's picked up now, so it's going to be feeling pretty cold out there.
Yes, I think. but she's got enough time, and yeah. Now just keep moving. I hope we will see first climber who will be on the roof.
Makes clip number 7. Still ahead of Galyamova and Van der Steen, this time by 1 minute and 7 seconds. She's still accelerating. Drops in the figure 4 over that left hand to make clip number 8. Two minutes ahead of Galyamova now. Galyamova taking a lot of time in that section between clip 7 and 8. Vlasova opting to stay on the pace and keep moving. She's still in second place behind Galyamova as it stands, but she has time in hand. Of course, the only time that time actually counts is when there's a tie in the results. We just use this time to give you a bit of an idea of how this climber is compared to the others. Deep Stein stands high into the hips, frogs that hold, reaches up with the right. Long clip there, don't know about that one. Definitely think she wants the next hold before she makes that clip, Alexei.
She must keep her focus on the hold, then on the quick draws. Because, you know, in ice climbing, quick draws, first of all, for safety, the main point, putting you higher than other climbers. If you clipped quick draw before, but you can be lower than a climber who didn't clip it, actually. But why? Some climbers think first of all for clipping, but it's sometimes it's not great, because you starting to forget that you must climb and start climb not efficiently, because sometimes you clip like trying to put all your rope high, trying a lot of power like for move. It's sometimes better they make move. The move then just clip, because the rope behind you in quick draw it's easy.
Well, Vlasova now at clip number 9, moving towards clip number 10. This is the high point on the route so far, and with 52 seconds remaining, she starts to advance into the steepest part of this structure, the underside of the ski jump here in Kirov. It's a brilliant arch, and it gets steeper and steeper the further you go.
As I said, the final part is so powerful, and the climbers just I think will have not so enough power and just in back.
Vlasova hits the hold by clip number 10. 20 seconds remain. Will she have enough left in the tank to make the clip? She will. And now she has to move outwards to that next hold, which you can see is on the apex of the volume by clip number 11. Hits it with the right hand. Kicks in high. 5 seconds remaining. Into the figure 4. Will she make the clip? She's lost her axe. She's down and she's out of there. Brilliant effort from Ekaterina Vlasova. That's the end of her attempt. There's a big smile on her face. I think she's happy with that one, Alexei.
She's tried to do all her best, actually.
Well, certainly looked like she gave it everything that she had.
I hope not. For future results, I hope she has some room further for them.
I guess more training required.
Yeah, actually, as I said, when Mohammed was climbing for the next season, we must rethink our approach to training, because the routes are changing now, getting more precise, more powerful. With some jumps now, the jumps in the routes not like surprise.
Yeah, the jump in the semi-finals yesterday was very impressive. I was not surprised to see you make it look very, very easy.
With my monkey style.
Mr. Jump.
Yeah.
Next climber on the wall is Jung-Hye Kwon of Korea, 41 years old. Started the season with a 14th place in Saas-Fei. Then took a bronze medal in Rabenstein, his first ever medal. Amazing work from him. Skipped the round in Hohut for the Korean Championships and then placed 4th in the last round in Cheongsong, where you won, Alexei.
Yeah.
3 gold medals this season.
Actually, now it's some big pressure on me actually, because it's first time when I climb so steady. And
consistent, right?
Consistent actually, thanks.
You're all right.
I really appreciate it. It's not blaming you, it's, I really appreciate it.
I know.
And yeah, more consistent. But it wasn't my goal to climb consistent, right? It's to be in golden rush, to get every gold so I can get overall. My goal actually to climb like efficiently, to get excellence in my climb. And yeah, I was a little bit more lucky than other climb. I did little bit more to get better result actually. I wasn't so far from other climbers actually, as was with Maxim some years ago. Was just Maxim on the first place, then other guys. Yeah, but it happened. If I get today a good result with overall, for me it will be just a great present actually. I will appreciate it, but it's actually not my main goal. Yeah.
Interesting.
And it's a little bit not good for me, because now I'm into the golden rush. It's not good because you starting to forget why you climbing actually. You forget about performance, great performance, and just trying to get gold. It's not good actually. Next year I will hope I'll be in the gold rush, just like not in my mind, just for everybody, because yeah, I can get there. And I will be looking for excellence, actually.
Well, we hope to see excellence.
Yeah.
Jung-Hye Kwon now also looking for excellence, and maybe even a medal as he moves up towards clip number 2 in the lower part of the route. So now Jung-Hye Kwon reaches up and makes clip number 4. 38 seconds behind Alexei Marshallov and also Mohammad Safdarian. Almost a whole minute behind Safdarian. 9 minutes for each climber, and he's only 6 minutes remaining. Gonna have to see something pretty impressive from him if he wants to catch up the high point that was set by Dreza.
He's actually so experienced climber. He has a really technical style, but yeah, with pace maybe he's too slow to concur with the young guys. But you know, it's this route not just for pace actually, because the route has a lot of power moves, and you just need to climb actually to try and solve all obstacles what you faced on the route.
Having some issues there with the stuck axe on the left.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes a lot of energy from him.
It's a fine balance, hitting it in enough that you can hang off it and be confident,
Yeah.
and hitting it in too much that you can't remove it when you need to. If you are just joining us, a very warm welcome to Kirov, Russia. You are watching the men's and women's lead finals, the fifth and final round, the 2018 UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup, brought to you by the North Face Korea in Kirov, Russia. I'm joined this morning by Alexei Dengin. My name is Liam Lonsdale. It's always great to hear from you guys, so do drop us a message on Facebook or YouTube. If you're on YouTube, you can stick a comment in the chat box. If you are on Facebook, then leave a comment in the comment box. We've got people tuned in on the UIAA channels, on the Extreme channel, on the Olympic channel. We love to hear from you all. You can also get in touch with me directly, and you can get in touch using the hashtag UIAA Ice Climbing or at Liam Lonsdale on all of the social media channels, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course Vero nowadays. And at Liam Lonsdale is my handle. If you have questions, shout-outs, whatever it is, then hit us with those.
Очень тихо, давайте поддержим. Мы уже говорили о том, что спорт – это мир, весь мир. 23 страны мира у нас на этих соревнованиях. Поддерживаем каждого спортсмена.
Actually, I can hear Dmitry Grebennikov. He is supporting every climber. Because, yeah, when you're out of the game, actually we all are friends. You get a little bit more kind than usually during the competition. But when you out the game, it's great to support other guys, to wish them good luck. It's why it's important to be out of the golden rush.
You can
because
remember.
Actually it's about community, and we all spend a lot of energy, time to get some excellence for our performance. Yeah, if we just like angry climbers, that's not good actually.
Well, Young Jae Kwon now in the second barrel required to swing into. Gets a second placement as he advances towards clip number 8. Oh, he's off!
Yeah, because the peak wasn't too deep in the ice actually. It's actually it's enough sometimes, but you must stay on your feet, not hang with whole your body weight on the ice axe. And it was a mistake. He was too hurry on this move.
Watch that right hand tool. I think he actually hit himself in the face.
As you can see, he jumped.
Oh.
I hope he is well. Hasn't hurt himself.
That'll put him into third place, and I expect that'll put him quite low in the rankings unless we see something equally as surprising. These things can happen though, especially with the likes of the ice. That's your current provisional women's ranking. Maria van der Steen in third, behind Nadezhda Galyamova in second and the Katarina Vlasova in first. Next up in the ladies' competition will be Nare Song of Korea, our first female Korean athlete. 2 female Koreans made the finals here, Won Seon Shin and Hanare Song. 5 Russian women in the finals.
Yes. Because we have a big team, but really strong team actually. Why? It is not just like this. That a lot of Russian climbers. It's one reason actually, but we have a lot of strong climbers. Why it is?
Nare Song, another strong climber. Had a good season so far. 3 competitions. 3 medals, 2 golds at the start of the season in Sazfe and Rabenstein. Skipped the China round to go to the Korean Championships. And then returned in Cheongsong and took bronze. It's very interesting to watch Nare. She has a very calm style, and it's often deceiving because she looks like she's moving slowly, but actually she just moves so fast.
It's actually the same like for Maxim Tamilov. He also doesn't look like he's running anyway like Hanarai, but they keep their pace, don't hesitate, they don't hesitate. Why they climb fast? Because it's not speed climbing. It pace. It's not just about like speed. It's more about making your decision how fast you can do it to choose the right one and then go further. And it depends on how efficient you climb, how many attempts you spend to make move. Everything. But yeah, if you can climb fast and don't get pumped with this pace, it's also a great advantage of you.
Well, Nare Song now moving up towards those first pre-clip quick draws. And we'll see where she sits in comparison to the other athletes when she makes clip 2.
И погода становится все теплее и теплее. Так и надо, ведь весна.
So she's currently a second behind Vlasova, who was 43 seconds ahead of Steen.
She's not so strong with swinging, actually.
Very aggressive tools. Those long, straight handles.
Yeah. For her, it's the first place where she's spending time.
I have to say, she almost looks nervous now.
Yeah, she's getting nervous. Actually, it's enough for the right hand, but just be careful and don't hesitate and believe she will get the next move. Not do any wrong. Yes, she was calm. Must be if you can kick it so deep. Sometimes actually it's enough to be just like 1 or 2 centimeters inside the ice. But you must remember this, it's so slippery, it's like small chance to go further, but you know, by this you don't lose your power and energy. It's also important. It's like a balance between them.
Well, she sits currently in 4th place, of course, because she's the lowest. She sits 2nd in the speed of the route climbed so far, about 25 seconds behind Ekaterina Vlasova. And she's hesitant here as well.
I think after the ice barrel she lost a little bit her confidence, but now she must return back.
Find that momentum, find that flow again.
Yeah, I can see she's getting into this like she had climbed before. Actually.
Find the rhythm.
Yeah.
There's clip number 6. Still around the same time behind Vlasova, which means she's consistent now. Skips the move. Is that a smart thing to do, Alexei?
Yes, I think, because actually the underclean under this volume requires a lot of power from your back to reach this hold. and it's better pass this one hold and go through.
Weaving leftwards now, places the Stein into that blue hold, kicks in and steps across. 3:45 on the clock.
If there be a prize for supporter, maybe Denis and Dimitri must take it.
Well, now she's only 8 seconds behind Vlasova, so she's picking up that pace. Big lock off that left hand to make the move up to the right, just below clip 8. Finds the placement second time. Into the figure 4 over the right hand. There's clip 8. 22 seconds behind Vlasova.
She's known for this style of climbing now after ice barrel, efficient, and I think she will return now her leading position in climbing, and maybe she will get higher than Yekaterina, who knows.
2 minutes on the clock for Nare Song of South Korea. As she approaches the steepest section of the route, you can see it kicking out above her. The wind picking up. That temperature of -14, you're going to feel significantly colder with the wind chill. There's clip number 9. Bang on time with Ekaterina Vlasova now.
As I said, yeah.
Gaining time with every move. 1 minute 27 on the clock. And where Vlasova took a couple of times to hit that next hold, Song hits it first time. Let's see where that puts her when she makes clip 10. There we go. A minute faster than Vlasova hit that. Moving out now, and this is where we really talk about efficiency of movement. Commits fully onto that red hold at the edge of that volume. 50 seconds on the clock. Tenuous placement. Makes clip number 11. Climbs her way into first place now. Oh, she's off.
Yeah, I think she got pumped, actually.
We have to see the replay exactly what happened. She looked in good form, looked to be finding the flow again. But as Alexei said, maybe just got pumped at the end. So that was clip 11. Matched in with the right hand round the other side.
Yeah, she's pumped.
Just pumped.
Yeah, didn't manage how to go through because her hands, arms too pumped. Actually, it's a little bit cold outside. Rubber on ice axis, little bit slippery. If you pumped, it's more difficult to catch it, take it, squeeze it. Really tough.
Well, that route there from Nare Song puts her into provisional first place. Clip number 11 made and a couple of holds after. Next climber will be another Korean, Jung-Yeon Lee. Let's see how he does.
Замечательный инструмент спасен. На мужской трассе готовится к старту следующий участник финальных соревнований в дисциплине трудность. Спортсмен из Кореи Ли Янгон. Ну а на женской трассе у нас традиционная замена эскимошки. Ледовый элемент, который использовала спортсменка в предыдущем восхождении, заменяется для следующей участницы.
And so Young-Yeon Lee begins his 9 minutes and his attempt on this men's final route here in Kirov.
Ли Янгон, Корея.
We're live from Kirov, Russia. My name's Liam Lonsdale and I'm joined this morning by Alexei Dengin.
Actually, it's so cool that a lot of young guys get in our sport, like French team, Korean guys, because this man now has another final, is getting more consistent, and I think next year we see some surprising from him, like from this year from Safdarian Reza. Actually, it's great.
Young-Yeon Lee made finals in Rabenstein, his first finals. He then made finals in China, and he's made finals here. So he placed 7th in Rabenstein, 7th in China. He'll be looking to better that today.
Actually, Korean guys, Korean team has their own vision about climbing, how it must be. You can see it from the route style in Cheonsong, actually, from Kim. And why Korean guys getting better, and is one of the strongest team. It's always interesting to watch them, how they climb, how they solve some movements, because sometimes they doing it so different actually. The different approach for ice tools, for ice picks. Actually, they have a lot of hooks in their style, their route style. Actually. I think next year it will be more interesting. And like French team will get more experience actually, and I hope they will stay more consistent in their approach, their vision with their trainer, and in their mind. And actually, they have a lot of legendary climbers like in the past.
They do indeed, and 3 athletes are all on the cusp of being consistent finalists. Nathan Clare, Tristan, and Luna Ladavon, both. All 3. All very capable of making finals, and like you say, just need to find some consistency in their performances to do that on a regular basis. Young-Yeon Lee moving now towards clip number 5.
Yeah, he missed. It's an experience. You must be not hesitant with I think he is a little bit afraid, freaking out about his eyes. I can see it with every Korean guys, but I don't know about Won-Seon. Maybe she will solve it really easy. And they make some mistakes with these eyes, spending like missing quick draw, don't swinging hard to ice, and hesitate on the ice.
So Alexei and I were just talking off air then for a second about, we just said about the missed clip, Alexei, that Young Lee just made. We're not going to say too much because we're not 100% on the rule, and we don't wish to cause too much confusion, but he missed the clip at clip 5, had his both axes in the pre-drilled ice barrel, and then replaced his left axe
actually
to make the clip.
Yeah, actually it used to be how it must be, but actually now I don't know 100% how it must be. It was made for safety actually, and don't miss any quick draws, and yeah, and how the judges will decide.
Well, we'll have to wait and see what the decision is, but Nikolai Primadov was penalised in Sazfei. He did the same thing. He had to climb back to a clip, had to move his axes. We'll wait and see what the judges decide at this moment in time. He is being allowed to continue climbing.
So, some fancy information for you guys. We are now sitting in small building, strange building actually, if you will see it, but we always go from this building for climbing, for training, and inside this building every time sit a lot of strong climbers actually, and I call this place like place of power. Because a lot of Russian legends, okay, strong climbers, grown from here.
We're sat in the kind of the changing rooms, the storeroom facility. We've got a studio in here today. We've got all the broadcast facilities in here, and then Alexei and I have a space off to the side that's soundproofed, and we have a big screen and all of our computer equipment and paperwork as we watch this final 2 minutes 16 seconds for Young Lee of Korea as he moves towards clip number 10. 2 minutes 8 on the clock.
Actually, his style of climb look like Park Hyung actually.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. 24 seconds behind Mohammad Reza Safdarian as he clips number 10. Young Lee is our 4th athlete in the men's competition, which means we're halfway through them. Drops down into the figure 4 over the left hand. Smart move there to make clip number 11. Does that much easier than Reza Safdarian. And the only difference, the fact that he's behind him, is that he's moving slower. That was a much more efficient clip, and he's going to feel
like
much more energy.
Korean guys, the pace, it's not just your speed, but your efficient. It's much more important part. But don't be too cozy in your climb. Actually, remember that you must keep moving, but do it efficiently actually.
Well, he has clip 12. Reza also had clip 12.
And now the same result, but he had
a couple of other holds,
And then I think he will take another, and he managed to hang.
Reaches into the Stein with the right. This is the point where Reza also reached. This clip will put him into first place. He's got it. Reaches out behind him. Kicks in hard. 5 seconds on the clock.
And now on the top. Drum just,
Big reach. Hits the top hold. Misses it. Does tag it. But it's not going to be a top for him. Brilliant effort from Young Lee. No top, but as close as you might get. And he's happy with that performance, and deservedly so. We'll have to wait and see where that puts him in the standings. But the young Korean has done himself and his country proud.
Очень нелегкий это спортивный труд.
So now, Alexei, you're going to leave me for a few moments. Maybe you want to explain why?
As you know, guys, I train Masha earlier, and now I must go outside and support her out loud.
It's more important that you
from
are
the street,
a coach than a commentator right now. So you head out there. Thanks so much for joining me. We'll see you in a few minutes. And I'll fly solo while Masha climbs on her final route. You can see her tying in there. And we can see the provisional standings. As I said, Young Yeon Lee now goes into provisional first place ahead of Safdarian, Marshalov and Kwon. Nare Song, Young Yeon Lee's teammate, sits in first place ahead of Vlasova, Galyamova and Steen. 4 men remaining, 4 women remaining. First of those is Masha Edler. She'll be followed by Won Xianshin, Mariam Filipova and Maria Tolokanina. Next man will be Alexei Tomilov, followed by Noah Bake, Maxim Tomilov and Nikolai Kuzovlev. Masha Edler climbing now with just over a minute elapsed. She's had a good season. Started with a 12th place in South Fame, just missing out on the finals, and then took 7th, 5th and 6th in the 3 rounds consecutively after that. So that's 3 finals in a row. And she's here for a 4th. She's looking to better those results, take a podium. Just using that momentum to move quickly, but needs to be careful. As Alexei said, speed isn't just about the actual pace that you move, it's also about your efficiency and also not falling off. Currently on a par with teammate Katarina Vlasova. There's clip number 4. 12 seconds behind Vlasova, 17 seconds behind Nare Song. Struggling with that placement on the first attempt. Finds the technique eventually. Oh, flipping heck. Just slipped out of the ice there, but the pick managed to find some purchase. She's in a very precarious position now, right at the bottom of that barrel. Needs to move upwards on it. And this could really be catastrophic for her. Swings up and off it, and there she'll be relieved to get the security, or the relative security, of a hold instead of on that barrel. That looked like it might have gone wrong quickly there. Good on her, keeping the composure for that move. 5 minutes, 10 seconds on the clock. Over half of the time elapsed now for Maria Edler, who looks to find her pace in the upper part of the route. There's clip number 7. 19 seconds behind Song, 27 seconds behind Vlasova. Song currently sitting in first place with 11 clips made. Reads this part of the route very well. Really slowed down now. Clip number 8 seems to have lost that momentum where she needs to be gaining it. Moves through that section now, and she's going to have to take that powerful Stein with the left hand and then get her feet high quickly to power up into the steep section. Didn't quite find the Stein there. There it is. Places the right hand. She's really picked up the pace now, but I think it's going to be a case of too little, too late. Falls with 5 seconds left on the clock. Just below clip 9. And we'll have Alexei Dengin back with us just a second. We'll be able to ask him what he thinks about the performance. Can see there, she really accelerated at the end, but not quite enough. And here he is now. Alexei, what did you make of that?
Actually, I'm satisfied with her climb. She solved the obstacles which she faced actually, and she kept fighting. The end, she heard my voice, what to do. It's great actually. It's her next step for the next season. Actually, it's like a training. She really got so tired mentally. First of all, not physically. Physically, yes, she needs a lot of work to do. But mentally, she's so tired, like every climber actually. But she solved this problem and did all your best today. I'm satisfied.
Excellent. Well, that's good to hear. We'll have to see what she thinks later. Now, Alexei Tomilov, our 5th athlete, 4th place qualifier yesterday, ties in and will take his turn at the men's final route. If you are just joining us, you're tuned in live to the 5th and final round of the 2018 UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup here in Kirov, Russia. It's the lead finals for the men and the women.
Actually, while Alexei starts to climb, I explain about the rule with when you're going like with Korean guy Leon. If a judge hasn't said you stop and clip, you're allowed to go back and forth. And in this case, the judge didn't say anything. Why he was able to climb back and forth and clip the quick draw? Because it was about the safety, not about the result. And they made right decision actually, because he now the first one, and maybe he will stay, who knows, and it will be great actually.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's not like upsetting him, because his performance was great. If and
he wasn't in any danger.
Yeah.
He was right by the clip.
Yeah, it's okay with him actually. This is his own result actually now.
Excellent. Well, that's good to know. Good knowledge. Glad we could clear that up. Alexei Tomilov has made every final that he's competed in this season. He has 1 medal to his name, which is a silver taken in Rabenstein. His other results were 4th in Sasfei, 4th in China, and 5th in Korea.
He is really strong actually. In the past and now actually, he's been the strongest athlete from Russia actually, in his back, arms, etc. If we estimate our climb just in absolute power, he has it.
Well, let's see how he copes as he moves up to clip number 3.
Actually, it's funny, but yesterday we told me, Alexei, and Maxim, we are teammates, not just in Russia, for ice rock team. And if Alexei takes first place, Maxim second, it's like about with all of us 3, we stand for overall cup. It's actually my big dream to stand on the podium together, like 3 of us. We've been actually like 2, just not any time like 3 of us, and I dream about this because we are teammates. We've been teammates so long. We started to climb together. Yeah.
Alexei Tomilov now moving rightwards through that second nice barrel. Just struggling with the foot placement there, but readjusts, finds it the second time, removes his axe.
Actually, a great performance. World champion from 2013. It's actually some story. Maxim this year, 2013, fell in the semi-final. Then he told Alexei, "Okay, I'm out of the game, and you must win. You're my brother." And he did it.
Clip number 7 made, 29 seconds behind Mohammad Reza Safdarian. Reza sits in second place behind Youngyeon Lee, so we know that that time is not too much of a worry just yet, as long as he can keep that pace consistent through these upper parts of the route. Oh, he's off!
He slept there. It's a tricky move, actually, because it's a shelf with not just one hole. It's like it has some
drilled,
yeah, and if you don't keep your body, you slip away.
So let's see what happened there. That left hand was on. He kicked in, went over into the fig four. Oh, and just the momentum of him swinging round, where we've seen other athletes stay solid.
The wrong moment, maybe because he did figure 9, not figure 4. Because with figure 4, you're more steady. You're more solid on this move. But with figure 9, your body turn in this position to the left. It's really difficult to keep it because you need a lot of strength in your back. But with figure 4, it's more like...
the balance is there, right?
Yeah, the balance. It's like this technique, you always take... If you take hold with left hand, you put right feet. It's the same, actually. But it's figure 4, but the technique the same.
Well, no medals for Tomilov today. He will currently sit in last place. Still have Noah Bake, Maxim Tomilov and Nikolai Kozovlev to climb in the men's. Now in the women's competition we move to Wonseon Shin, who sits in provisional first place in the overall rankings. Wonseon Shin has taken medals in every competition she's had this season. Silver in Sazfei, silver in Rabenstein, gold in China and gold in Korea. Formidable force on the circuit this season. If you are tuned in online, then don't be shy. Drop us a message, drop us a comment. If you're watching on the Extreme channel, welcome. If you're watching on the Olympic channel, welcome. And if you're a regular on the UIAA channel, welcome to you guys too. Patrick Inderbitson's tuned in. Hey Patrick. One of the athletes from the Swiss team.
Сейчас мы с вами будем наблюдать восхождение корейской спортсменки Шейн Винсьон. Спортсменка не первый раз у нас в Кирове.
Wonseon Shin just getting tied in on the right.
Насколько я помню, одним из ее увлечений является еще и велосипед. У финалистов по 9 минут для того, чтобы пройти финальную трассу. каждым днем
Mun Shin begins her attempt.
теперь мы с
Her
вами
9
видим
minutes.
финалы
Already with 25 seconds elapsed.
и самых сильных спортсменов мира.
Actually, for Vincian, I've been climbing with her, not like actually I climb with men, she with girls actually, but she is always consistent in her climbs. She has some struggles with her result in the past, and yeah, but she never give up. Actually, it inspiring me because I know it's not so easy to get on the high level. Sometimes you face with some mental obstacles, but she believes in herself and try to do hard and never give up actually, because she has a lot of worse results which meant not to be in that moment when she was climbing.
13 seconds ahead of the pace so far. Very efficient movement, and this is exactly what we were talking about, Alexei.
Actually, we were climbing in a border gym in Korea before Cheongsong. We were climbing with Vincian and Hanarai. And Vincian, so remarkable actually climber, and I think she is able to take her path with men climbers actually. She really strong. Because we are making up routes like divided 50%, one part from her, one part for me, and she can manage everything actually. Long moves, power moves, some jumps. Yeah, it's inspiring when you look at her, watch her how she climbs. It's really inspiring. She has really great style, really great technique, efficient technique, and first of all, her mindset, which is more important.
Do you think that we'll ever see a day where female competitors compete against male competitors?
I don't know, maybe like a show. Actually, with physical abilities is different. Actually, with long moves, it's not so fair. Actually,
Just because guys have longer arms.
yeah,
generally.
longer, and actually we have testosterone, our muscle, but just bigger and more stronger. Yeah, but they reserve the same estimation like climbers. Not like okay, they girls and yeah, but you know a lot of female climbers do like 9A, different mountain routes.
9B
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
9B's been climbed
9B,
by
yeah, Angel Reiter.
girls.
She's so
Andriaita.
small actually.
Tiny, yeah.
It's about like physical condition, abilities.
Moving now between clips 5 and 6. She has 6, a second ahead of Lazova. The number 6 referring to the clip, not the holds. Traversing leftwards.
Так, ну что все как-то притихли, приуныли? Приуныли, выпейте горячего вятского кваса. И станет вам счастье. Шашлык жарится, пирожки свежие. Болеем, болеем.
And again, very efficient on those moves. Makes clip number 7. Still ahead of the pace, this time by 34 seconds. Really strong in that Stein to make clip number 8. The head of the axe... Oh, excuse me, the head of the axe was not up against the wall. She was completely hanging on it in the fig 4. But 20 seconds ahead of the pace into a true Stein. Look at that. Full crank on that. Stands up high.
She's got a lot of time, and now this is her style of climbing. And I think we will see a top here today.
Well, assuming she doesn't make any mistakes.
Yeah. Nobody is saved from mistakes.
Makes clip number 9. 51 seconds ahead of the pace. Misses the Stein first time and second. There it is, third time lucky. Big reach up with that left hand and hits it first time by clip number 10. Places that figure 4. There is clip 10. 33 seconds ahead of the pace. Moving out to the right now. That's the one. You can see next hold is that yellow one. Oh, just pops there. Doesn't quite have it placed as she'd want.
I think it's just wrong part of the holds. It's yeah, it's different places. But yeah, now it's okay.
Readjusts in exactly the right position into the figure 9.
Now she's nearby to Hanai result.
Makes clip number 11. One minute on the clock. Big reach with that left hand. Makes clip 12. 2 more clips remaining. 31 seconds on the clock. Delicate placement.
Yeah, it must be in the end actually, because it's not just about your pace and stay technical and.
Oh, and there she's
yeah,
off.
What I said, you must save your power and keep your concentration or your body position. And what you're gonna do further.
Mun Shin with a brilliant effort, holding her head. I think that's because she knows she'll have needed a top.
Yeah.
She knows that Masha Tolokanina is going to be fighting on every move of that.
But for girls today, what I said, maybe just one top. It's for route setters, it's like a prize actually. Because it's not about time, it's about difficulty or whole way, not just like be fast or just strong or efficient. Everything, just one who can manage whole routes.
Well, she sits in first place at the moment, ahead of teammate Nare Song. Still with Mariam Filipova and Maria Tolokanina to climb. Both climbers local to Kirov,
yeah.
Both climbers knowing this structure very well, very comfortable in the terrain here. In the men's competition, Youngyeon Lee still sits in first place ahead of Mohammad Reza Safdarian, Alexei Marshalov, Younghae Kwon and Alexei Tomilov. Noah Bake, the next athlete to climb, ahead of Maxim Tomilov and Nikolai Kuzovlev. Sit tight as we wait for those guys to get on the wall.
Но на женской трассе мы можем наблюдать очередную замену ледового элемента нашей эскимошки. У нас такие беленькие, чистенькие, как кировское мороженое.
Actually, another young guy from Canada, Noah Beck. This is, I hope I'm not mistaken, his third final in his climbing career. He's doing really well. He just following of legacy of Gord McCart, actually. We miss him now, actually, we miss him like a friend, but it's great that his teammate, like his protege, yeah, doing well. I think it's like some remedy to Gord. And,
Gordon announced officially his retirement from competition climbing earlier this week.
Yeah.
Noah Bake, who Alexei correctly said is in his third career final. Struggling with this early move.
He is a little bit nervous. I think he must calm down, actually. But I said, if you have skills, a lot of strength in your fingers, use it, because sometimes you don't know how the hold keeps you. Why don't? It's like some freestyle in our climbing.
Noah now starting to pick up that pace that he lost 2 minutes on those initial moves. Only 9 minutes each climber gets on these routes. There's a hell of a lot of climbing to be done.
A little bit hesitant. He took first place in European Cup in Finland last week.
He did, yeah.
And I think it's some motivation for him to go further.
It's his first international gold medal, I believe.
Oh.
Whoa, Noah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's great. Never give up.
He saw his hands uncurling off that hold then. He was just looking for what to do to readjust and ended up having to match the pick on his hand so that he could bring that hand off. Very nervous performance so far from Noah Bake.
It looks like he's got to the golden rush and forget about climb maybe a little bit. It's just like I guess maybe. No.
Look at that, 1.5 minutes behind Kwon. Almost 3 minutes behind Mohammad Reza Safdarian.
Так, уважаемые болельщики, Меньшикова Мария, подойдите к машине скорой помощи, вас там ожидает малолетний сын Дмитрий, который вас потерял. Меньшикова Мария, подойдите к скорой помощи.
Gets a good stick in the ice. And now starts to climb like the Noah Bake that we know. Four minutes 40 on the clock as he moves around this triangular volume. Power screams from Noah. One minute 40 seconds now behind Safdarian. Oh, he's dropped his axe.
Actually, yeah, he fighting. It's great.
He always smiles. He's always happy. You've got to give him that.
Итак, вы наблюдали выступление спортсмена из Канады. Это был Биг Ноан. Еще раз аплодисменты, друзья.
Actually, for sure, I think Lee Young-geon going to the podium.
Yeah, that's guaranteed now.
Yeah, it's great.
Amazing.
Yeah, for me, he looks like a young Park Hyung, but I really miss this guy. I wanna he climb again, and it was a pleasure to climb with him in Cheongsong because the great performance.
And he says that he's going to come back next season.
Yeah, I heard. I hope he will remember it. Maybe next year he just change. He will change his mind. Who knows? I hope no.
Next athlete is our penultimate female climber, and it's Mariam Filipova, another Kirov local.
На старт женской трассы приглашена следующая участница финальных соревнований в дисциплине трудность. Филиппова Марьям, Российская Федерация, город Киров.
I can hear small talk among route setters. It's funny. They estimate Noah climb like really great because it was spectacular. A lot more show on the route than from other climbers because they're more stronger and just climb efficiently. But no, we're fighting. It's great. It's remarkable, actually. Yeah. And actually, don't think that I just joking. Actually, sometimes it's just can be motivation to keep going further and fight and do a lot of work to get excellence. Now it's just like just. Show actually, but in some time, some competition, he will get more shape and will start to climb more efficiently, more consistently actually.
Let's talk about Mariam Filipova. No finals this season. This is her first.
Oh yeah, she got a lot of obstacles with judgment, and it's not so easy to talk about it because she's a friend of mine, really great, one of my best female friends actually. She's a wife. She was wife of Maxim Tamilov. They are my friends actually, and yeah, I can understand her feelings, and I know with judgment it's not clear actually, and she got bad luck this year, but yeah. Finally, she's in the final. She got there.
Time to prove herself.
Yeah, because she is really strong. She's been climbing like me since 2099. Actually, a lot of years. Yeah, we like old guys here, like grandfathers and mothers of sport. But no, we are young inside. We like frozen actually. And I hope she will show us more.
Well, she's 36 years old.
Yeah.
In the last couple of years, she has podiumed. She podiumed in Cheongsong in 2017, took a bronze. Podiumed in Saas-Fee and Ravenstein in 2016, both bronzes there as well. After, as we said, not the best season, 15th, 17th, 9th and 13th are her results so far, she'll be looking to reset the balance.
Now I'm out of breath actually because yeah, because for me it's important that she gets a better result. Because with all struggle and obstacles this year with the judgment, etc., it's gonna be some remedy for her, and not to give up, and will show some great performance further, maybe next season. You
Well,
know,
she's certainly not past her prime.
yeah, who knows actually, because in their minds they're thinking about retirement actually, because getting tired. But I think some obstacles getting them back on the scene actually, because I think they just not agree with their results. Some personal information. She's got two brilliant children.
Do they ice climb?
Yeah, no. Her older daughter, now 6,
Okay.
and yeah, about to go to to a school, and a boy 3 years old. Oh, it's a crazy guy. Actually, I really like him. Not just like I love him because he is so cute actually, and he's like his father, patient about any what he does actually, like to get a great result. Doesn't matter what he is doing actually.
Right, I'm just looking for the right placement on that hold by clip number 6. There it is. Interesting that she's reached over herself. Of course, using that Stein off the left hand. We saw some athletes skip that move. Oh, she cuts loose but manages to hold it. Needs to stay composed. Into the Stein with the left.
I think I should tell the organizers that they must give the prize to Dmitry because he cheated up for everybody. It's really supportive. It's like some warm in this cold weather.
So we can see there 57 seconds behind Muncheon Shim's time. Two minutes 44 on the clock. If you are enjoying what you see, don't forget to share the broadcast. Very easy to do using YouTube or Facebook. Hit that share button.
Now she did it really efficient, staying on feet, and she's a little bit pumped, but hasn't lost any time actually. Maybe save some for further fighting on the road. We will see actually, because this movement was so efficient from her.
Into the fig 4 over the right hand. Tucks the feet under that box. Needs to go into the Stein. Doesn't like it first time. Misses it second time. Third time lucky for Filipova.
Oh.
She's out of there.
Yeah.
Stein pops for the left hand, and that's the end of her attempt. Marianne Filipova in her first finals of the season climbed well, but not well enough for a medal.
Мать двоих детей на минуточку. Еще раз аплодисменты Марьяше.
We'll watch that again. After a couple of missed attempts at hitting the Stein, she got it good. Now watch the left hand. The body slips down, puts a bit of extra tension on it. And you see with her left leg through, the right hand coming over, put some extra pick shift in. She was unable to keep the tension, and that was her out of there. Only one more athlete remains in the female competition, and that is Maria Tolokanina. Those are the results. Steen in 7th, Galyamova in 6th, Filipova in 5th, Edler in 4th, Vlasova in 3rd. Song and Shin both guaranteed medals. Tolokanina to decide whether Vlasova gets a bronze or not. If not, it'll be another 4th.
Yeah, it's the same fighting among those 4 climbers. Actually.
Those 4 climbers all season have been on the top 4. In the men's, Tomilov in 6th, Bake in 5th, Kwon in 4th, Marshalov 3rd, Safdarian 2nd, Lee in 1st. Safdarian again sitting in the danger zone because we have 2 more men to climb. Maxim Tomilov and Nikolai Kuzovlev decide whether or not he will get his 3rd medal of the season. So there is Maxim Tomilov, silent but deadly, very patient.
Mariam calls him like silent assassin.
She calls him the silent assassin. The husband and wife duo climbing back to back. No problem with that first move there. If you are enjoying the finals and you want to see more finals action today, then we'll have the speed finals later on. The semi-finals will be at 3 p.m. local time. Finals will be at 4 p.m. local time. Time here is 3 hours ahead of UTC or GMT. To give you some idea, that's 6 hours behind Seoul. 11 hours ahead of the west coast of the USA. Extrapolate that as you need for your time zone. The UTC time for the semi-finals will be midday. Local time, 3. Tomilov, 2 seconds ahead of the pace at clip number 3. Using that long reach to keep the feet low as he reaches up for the hold and makes clip 4. And there's clip 5.
climb, how Maxim climbs, it keeps me really silent because I always wonder how efficient he climbs actually and keeps so calm.
Releases the tool using that Fig 4, rather Fig 9 to keep the momentum down. Now interestingly, Alexei also used the Fig 9 but popped there. Maxime able to stay strong on the hold. Switches to the figure 4 over the right hand. Another climber with a good season under his belt. Maxim Tomilov took a silver medal in Sazfei, joint 5th in the Rabenstein, and then consecutive silver medals in China and Korea.
You can hear support of his brother.
Leaves the tool behind in the ice to make clip 8. 29 seconds ahead of the pace. Four minutes remaining as he makes clip 9. 39 seconds ahead of the pace now. Seamlessly into that figure 9. Big reach behind himself into the backhand by clip number 10. Rope underneath his body. Match is in on the hold there, still 39 seconds ahead of the pace. This is the point where we move on to the boxes. 2 minutes 55 on the clock. Here he goes. Locking down that left hand with the figure 9.
Now just save the pace. It must be like balance with space and precise of movements. It's not the hardest part of the route actually. It's just because here he's exhausted because he just tired actually. And
still a minute and 8 seconds ahead though.
But now you know Nikolai is one of the fastest climbers. He has really fast pace. And for Maxim, actually, he must top faster than Nikolai.
He's going to know that as he moves through these final boxes. 1 minute 3 seconds ahead of the pace. Young-Yeon Lee just short of a top. He had the hold by clip number 14, but didn't manage to match or clip it. As Alexei said, this is all going to be about getting to the top in the fastest time possible. Certainly possible for him to get there. The question is, in what time?
Now just, yeah. It's great.
Hits the hold.
This is what we used to see the, the silent assassin, I think, that champion we used to see actually.
Oh, and he can't quite clip it. So now this is what's going to be really important. Maxim Tomilov makes the clip, matches the hole, 37 seconds on the clock. Awesome work from him. And now it's down to Nikolai Kuzovlev to decide whether Maxim Tomilov walks home with a gold medal or a silver medal. But the Kirov crowd go wild for the local, who returns to fine form here at the fifth and final round of the 2018 UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup in Kirov. Awesome work from Maxim Tomilov.
He's back.
He's back.
I hope he got the gold actually.
Next athlete to climb will be Maria Tolokonina of Russia. She'll be our final female athlete. And then we'll have our final male, which will be Nikolai Kuzovlev. Sit tight as we wait for those guys.
Ребят, давайте просто порадуемся хорошему дню. Еще раз поаплодируем. Поблагодарим спортсмена. На старт женской трассы приглашена Толоконина Мария, Российская Федерация, город Киров.
So here is Maria Tolokonina of Russia. Last year's Golden Girl. This year, unable to quite find that same form. No gold medals.
Yeah, it's surprising actually. She's strong enough to get everywhere gold, but maybe sometimes I think it's like a lot of pressure on you when you're really strong climber. Everybody expects from you the only golds, and if you keep it in your mind about golds, it's like heavy weight on you. Like
well, she's still got a heavy weight on her medals because she's taken 2 bronzes and 2 silvers this season. Yeah. She has medalled in every competition. As we said, it was very much it's been a battle for those top 3: Tolokonina, Wonseon Shin, and Nare Song. Every competition has been fought between those for those top 3 spots. Emma McSwiggan taking a bronze in China. Didn't make semi-finals. And actually had to leave anyway. She had to get back to Korea for work, I believe. Shout out to Emma if you're watching. Tolokonina, as expected, moving very efficiently through these first moves, 6 seconds ahead of the clock.
Yeah, it is what we just should to expect from her. She's really experienced. She's been climbing also again from 2000s, I think. It was her first climb. Maybe 2001. She was just so young that years.
It's crazy. Clip number 3 in the ice barrel, cuts loose. There's Grubenikov again in the background.
Yeah. Now just be a little bit faster.
6 minutes on the clock. 2 seconds ahead of the pace still.
Still faster one.
Silky smooth through this section now. Reaching over herself to place that Stein. "18 seconds ahead of the pace.
Ой-ой-ой.
4 minutes 50 on the clock. Just slowing down now. Looks a little bit uncertain, Alexei.
Yeah, she's a little bit hesitant because actually this volume, when you put the holds and under, it's a 3D climbing. It's different. You were climbing in one direction, then you turn in another direction, and sometimes you just lose your direction what you should go. And sometimes
You become disorientated.
What?
You become disoriented.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. 3 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock.
Друзья мои, вас нужно дополнительно мотивировать, да, я так поняла? Чтобы как-то поддерживали нашу спортсменку кировскую, российскую.
Big reach with that left hand into the top of the barrel. Interestingly, she's gone into the top of that hold, where the other athletes have gone into that right side.
Actually, in this part, it doesn't matter whether you took you just or your eyes are straight or from the side, but the move.
Still 6 seconds ahead of pace. Big Stein with the left, picks those feet up straight away, takes a second to shake.
And now just keep pace and no hesitation. Whole moves, movements from one attempt. She knows she must move faster. Actually, it's a little bit challenging for her because some moves a little bit longer for her than for Shin.
Crowd really getting behind her now. Makes clip number 9. And that's the first time that she's been behind on the split times. Now 14 seconds behind Wonseon Shin, who will be watching from the sidelines nervously, waiting to see whether or not she's going home with a gold medal or a silver medal. Picking up that time again, 2 seconds ahead of the pace. Maria Tolokanina with 1 minute and 7 seconds on the clock. She's at clip 11 of 14. Obviously pumped. Reaches up into that Stein, doesn't quite get it first time, but readjusts it. Crowd really picking it up now, giving her the support that she so needs. And this is the point that Won Hyun-shin fell. Powerful shoulder move. A lot of core tension required, and Maria Tolokanina cruises it.
Now it's gold medal actually.
Guaranteed gold for Tolokanina. Won Hyun-shin takes silver. Hanare Song takes bronze. Katerina Vlasova in that dreaded fourth position again.
Yeah.
Now we're just going for glory. Tolokanina, 10 seconds on the clock. Hits the hold. Guaranteed gold. And the Kirov crowd goes wild.
Контрольное время на женской трассе.
She'll have a pretty good idea that she's done well, judging by the reaction of the crowd. And it's a Russian gold here in Russia. And now we wait to see if it'll be a Russian gold in the men's too.
Yeah, it was surprising this year. Some intrigue in sport. We haven't known who will win. It was like a surprise. Actually, we were waiting. It's great.
And that was the moment that Tolokanina secures gold, her first of the season. No doubt she'll be delighted. And we will wait for Nikolai Kozovlev. Let's take a look at those results in the women's competition. They are provisional, of course. Marianne van der Steen in 8th, Nadezhda Galyamova in 7th, Marianne Filipova in 6th, Masha Edler in 5th, Katerina Vlasova, her 5th, 4th place of the season. Nare Song with a bronze medal from Korea, Won Hyun-shin with a silver medal from Korea, and Maria Tolokanina with a gold for Korea. Provisional rankings for men: Alexei Tomilov in 7th, Noah Baek in 6th, Young Chae Kwan in 5th, Alexei Marshallov in 4th. Nikolai Kozovlev will decide whether Mohammad Reza Safdarian takes a bronze medal, Young Yeon Lee takes a silver, and Maxim Tomilov takes a gold. We will have to wait and see. Young Yeon Lee guaranteed a medal, whatever happens now. And here is Nikolai Kozovlev from Tyumen, Russia. Let's see what he makes
Участник финальных соревнований
of this men's final route here in Kirov.
Kozovlev Николай, Российская Федерация, город Тюмень. Друзья мои, не расслабляемся, болеем, поддерживаем спортсменов.
Actually, Nikolai from city in Russia, from Tyumen. You know, this city is known with speed climbers for sport climbing. A lot of why he is so fast, always on his speed and lead, because a lot of legacy inside him. He's got a lot of in his pocket from the past. He used to climb for sport climbing, for speed and lead. Actually, when he was young. It's
and
not
now
surprise.
Here he is in ice.
Yeah, it's not surprise why he's so technical climber actually.
And look at that, 25 seconds ahead of the pace already.
Yeah, actually this route is a style for Nikolai actually. Some pretty technical and with he can manage to keep fast paced.
Great hip flexibility, nice footwork as he moves rightwards now from clip 5.
Давайте, друзья, не стоим, не молчим, поддерживаем Колю.
.6:38 on the clock. Another climber using that figure 9 method. Almost came a cropper there. It was very, very close indeed. Managed to hold it together. 6 minutes on the clock. Straight into that ice barrel. That initial pace seems to be evading him now. .52 seconds ahead of it though. Even though he's stumbled a little bit at this point, starts to stall, he's still 52 seconds ahead of everybody else.
He's still 1 minute ahead, everybody.
Three minutes, 40 seconds on the clock for Kozovlev. Final athlete in this competition. Qualified in first place after semi-finals.
Поддержали Колю, поддержали, давайте. Николай Кузовлев, Российская Федерация.
At this point, still looks very routine for him. Big lock with the right hand. Just so calm and collected at this point. 2 minutes 40 on the clock at clip number 12. Now, Maxim Tomilov did top the route. Kozovlev has to get to the top quicker if he wants to take the gold medal. Jung Yeon Lee tapped the top hold. So Kozovlev has to at least get to that point if he wants a silver. .22 ahead of the pace.
He gets more tired and loses his pace.
And this is where we see the difference between Tomilov and Kozlovlev. Tomilov, who just remains consistent throughout. Kozlovlev, who starts fast, gradually dropping pace as he goes. But that lead that he had at the beginning still seems to be holding out. 26 seconds ahead. Drops in the figure 4 by clip 13. Big reach with the right hand, misses first time. This is really getting close now. Maxim Tomilov will be watching closely. Misses it second time. Is this going to be a silver medal? So far, Young-Yeon Lee is still ahead. He hits it third time. That puts him into a silver medal position. Can he clip? I'm pretty sure he's in silver. I think Maxim Tomilov's got gold. We'll have to wait and see. That is the top. Oh no, 15 seconds ahead. Just. That got very, very close indeed. Nikolai Kozlovlev takes gold. Maxim Tomilov silver. Young-Yeon Lee bronze. Amazing effort from all the athletes today.
I think it's, you know, like from the last year, he was too close to get a world championship in Champagne. And now he gets a European championship in his pocket. Yeah, like some revanche in his career.
He takes the European Championship, takes the gold medal here in Kirov. Brilliant effort from Nikolai Kozlovlev of Russia. And this was the moment that he took it, clipping that 14th clip.
You know, but Maxim Tomilov, you know, I know how to explain in English. If you in school in Russia in school system we have 5 marks. 5 is the best, 1 is so worse, and 2 second it's like okay. But here he got another second medal, and it's like I say call it in Russia like dvoeshnik. It's a man who gets only second mark. It's really bad actually.
It's always a shame not to take that gold, but I'm sure he'll be pleased for teammate Nikolai Kozlovlev. And that finishes the men's final. There are those results. 8th place, Alexei Tomilov. 7th place, Noah Baek. 6th place, Young-Jae Kwon. 5th place, Alexei Marshallov. 4th place, Mohammad Reza Safdarian. 3rd place, and his first ever medal. Bronze goes to Young-Yeon Lee of Korea. 2nd place and silver medal to Maxim Tomilov, and 1st place, gold medal. Just faster than his teammate is Nikolai Kozlovlev in the women's results. Marianne van der Steen in 8th place of the Netherlands. 7th place goes to Nadezhda Galyamova of Russia. 6th place, Marianne Filipova of Russia. 5th place, Masha Edler of Russia. 4th place, her 5th of the season, Ekaterina Vlasova of Russia. 3rd place and bronze medal goes to Nare Song. 2nd place and silver medal to Won-Seon Shin. 1st place and gold medal goes to Maria Tolokonina of Russia. Alexei Dengin, thank you so much for joining me for this men's final.
Thanks for having me here. It was enjoyable. Actually, it's some remedy to my heart.
And thanks so much for an awesome season as well. It's been a pleasure to have you along, and it's been so good to see you take 3 gold medals. Yes. Hopefully we see the same next year, but what I want from you is excellence.
Thanks.
Thank you so much to everybody that's joined us on the broadcast, to the Olympic channel, to Extreme, to the people on the regular channels of the UIAA YouTube and Facebook. If you haven't subscribed already, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We will be live at 3 o'clock for the semi-finals of the Speed, and then straight away at 4 for the lead finals of Speed. There that is Speed finals, 4 o'clock Moscow Standard Time, which is UTC or GMT +3. Thank you, of course, to the North Face Korea and to all of the sponsors, to the organisers here at Kirov. My name's Liam Lonsdale. It's been a pleasure to have you all here. And until later this afternoon, take it easy.